Alright. What's up, everybody? Welcome to another fine episode of the Film Cave. That's Steve. I'm Casey. Here we go. Woo! Intro! Alright, so I know the Mission Impossible
Finally
5 just dropped the title and a trailer. Would you care to share with our fine audience
my amazing thoughts about it?
Your amazing thoughts, but what's it called?
Rogue Nation.
Rogue Nation!
Casey posted on Facebook about how it was sounded too close, like Rogue One. Is that what you said? About Star Wars?
Well, I said it's awesome. It's a great title.
Yeah,
I said I wish they had released that information like a week earlier, because Star Wars came out and said Star Wars Rogue One is coming out, but I had no idea that Paramount and Disney have actually already had a conversation about this.
Of course.
Now, Mission Impossible actually filed for the title months ago, months earlier, with the MPAA. So they got permission for Rogue Nation from the get-go. Now Disney,
they can't talk. So Disney,
Paramount is going to publicize for the movie
Rogue Nation
till it releases, and Star Wars and Disney is not allowed to publicize anything for Rogue One, except at like the Star Wars. There's like a special Star Wars fan appreciation something that they can.
Oh yeah.
But to the general audience, they cannot promote Rogue One before Rogue Nation actually comes out.
Well, that's fine.
Yeah,
I mean,
but it was cool. I thought that was actually a really cool.
It's a nice gesture.
It's a great gesture. You don't hear that from Hollywood very much, like cooperating like that between two huge companies.
Why would they care about your...
Right. I mean, Star Wars could have been totally screwed.
Yep.
So, I thought that was interesting, and then you shared that, this article with me on the Film Cave site. So
he talks about it. He made a specific comment
I made a
about
specific
that,
comment.
And then
I was like,
it got released that they weren't gonna have to release anything about it.
Yeah, I was like, oh, that's cool. It's just like there's a lot of rogues going on. I mean, obviously I know they're very different, and I watched the trailer for Rogue Nation this morning, and it looks epic. It looks really, really cool.
And then I had him on the plane. As it takes
He's like, open the door! Oh man, Tom Cruise is nuts, dude. Yeah. There must be so much insurance taken out on his movies. It's crazy.
Wants it, but it's not. But he's the one who wants it.
Oh yeah, absolutely. He refuses to do it any other way.
That's good though.
But so Ethan Hunt and the gang, they're going up against a group called the Syndicate, and
Rogue.
They've all gone rogue. What?
That's good. No, it wasn't. It was pretty short.
Yeah, it was short, but it had introduced Alec Baldwin as a new character, and you got Bing Rames and Simon Pegg. I think it's holding out on like the bad guys and stuff.
Oh, yeah.
But just kind of this vague like Syndicate.
We know who the bad guy is, but like you don't know.
Well, we know what the actor is, but we didn't like really see his face or anything like that. But
as a character, yeah.
It looks great, back to like the old like masks and hiding and.
And then it comes out in like 3 months.
Yeah, so at the end of July.
Even more exciting, like 30th, right? So
right. Yeah, it actually moved from December to July, so it didn't have to.
Yeah, we talked about that earlier. And that's
compete with Star Wars.
But that's that's amazing that it can move up 5 months.
Right. Yeah. But it looks rad, and again, that's helmed by Christopher McQuarrie. Who
wrote it as well.
Yeah, he wrote it, directed it. He did Jack Reacher, and with Tom Cruise, which was awesome. Thought it was a really under the radar movie. And he actually shot a movie called The Way of the Gun, that was shot here in Salt Lake.
The Way of the Gun.
Yeah, it was like after he wrote The Usual Suspects for Bryan Singer, and he won an Academy Award for that. And then The Way of the Gun had Ryan Phillippe and Benicio del Toro, and it was I don't think it was very good from what I remember, but it was shot here in Salt Lake, so that's kind of cool.
It is cool.
But yeah, it's just cool again to recognize that cooperation between Hollywood
companies like that. Yeah, it's good.
That's cool.
What else?
Yeah, what else? So I mentioned a little short last week called The Leviathan.
Yep.
that I wanted you guys to check out.
For good reason.
Yeah, well,
Casey knows what to watch.
Just it was cool. It just
I watched it after that.
I had a concept that I could immediately
it told the
be
whole
made
story
into a
just
feature,
behind it.
and so it is heading towards a feature film. Simon Kinberg, who has produced X-Men: Days of Future Past and Cinderella, which is in theaters right now. So a big name. He's on as a producer, and Neil Blomkamp signed on to co-executive produce.
With him producing it and the track record he has so far, I mean, it's definitely
it's a big names. They're like sci-fi and action like producers. So I mean, look for the Leviathan probably next year or 2017. Most likely it'll be a lot of special effects.
Yeah, no, I'm excited for that. It's just the concept of it is cool, and then like to see it come to life just from this 3-minute short, and then have to make a feature out of it. It's exciting to see something like that.
It'll be really cool.
Be created.
And so the same director is on board. The screenwriter. We mentioned this last week in the film cave. So.
But yeah, I mean, when I watched it, there was like 3,000 views on YouTube, and it's jumped to like over 1 million now.
Yeah,
I think it has broke, so yeah.
Crazy.
It was good.
Yeah, we hit that a little bit early, so that's good.
Right.
Create some awareness.
Mm-hmm. It's more awareness about. Well, I wanted to bring up that about the Avengers movies that are coming out.
Yes, big signing today, I think.
Part 1 and 2.
The Avengers: Civil War.
Directed by Joe.
No, Captain America.
Captain America.
Yeah, Civil War. So they did Winter Soldier. Mm-hmm. Now they're doing Civil War. Mm-hmm. That's about to start shooting, and now
Anthony and Joe Russo signed on to direct.
The Avengers: Infinity War.
Infinity War 1 and 2.
Parts 1 and 2, which they'll shoot back to back.
Oh yeah.
In 2016 and 2017.
I was thinking about that. So they just directed Captain America, and then they're doing the newest one,
They're
right?
doing,
and then they're going to do the next one,
now.
and then they're going to do the next one.
Yeah.
It's like, so they're
it's
set
just
with
their whole life is Marvel right now.
Right, and then with...
and they were actually in talks to do the male Ghostbusters with Channing Tatum. But it's probably not likely that they're going to be able to do that now.
Unless they want to
as like producers or something like that.
But still, I mean, for them... I mean, with Chris Evans, like, doing that movie and then this movie and then like, back-to-back and all that, I mean, that just seems like so much work to do over the next... I mean, you're pretty much set for the next 3 years.
Oh, yeah. Absolutely, I mean,
promoting and then filming.
It's a juggernaut now.
Oh, my goodness.
But I'm excited that it's staying in, like, the Marvel family.
Oh,
like, the Russo brothers did an awesome job with Winter Soldier,
they took it in a different direction,
and then the Civil War, and they haven't nothing has been shot of Civil War, and now they've inked this deal to do the 2-part Avengers movie that's going to be including Spider-Man and
everybody.
Everybody. So
I think Civil War 2 is bringing
batons being passed from Joss Whedon to these guys, and so
deserved it.
Oh yeah.
But then I think what I was just saying is that Civil War 2 is going to bring or Infinity War is going to bring a ton of different characters, all like the Marvel. They're done.
Oh yeah.
Like even Guardians of the Galaxy characters and Captain Marvel characters, and that kind of all of this kind of intertwined together, and that's gonna be crazy.
Yeah. Supposedly they've hired Captain Marvel, an actress to play Captain Marvel.
Right.
But
that just barely came out.
That
we could see some shots.
We could see
of
who
her,
it is. Or I'm not sure, but that's
kind of exciting.
Yeah.
More and more news coming out from Marvel.
Oh yeah, and then possibly casting a true teenager to play Spider-Man.
Well, yeah, they said they were just interviewing. They interviewed a 16-year-old actor.
Kids. Yeah.
Yeah, so that's exciting.
So all kinds of casting rumors and whatnot. Mm-hmm. What else? Oh, and other comic book news. Jennifer Lawrence she's nearing the end of her contract, I guess, with Fox for the X-Men movie. So she has said that X-Men Apocalypse, which will be out next summer, is going to be the last time she plays Mystique. Now, I mean, just because her contract's up, I don't know if Fox is going to renegotiate or whatnot. But
well, it's just her contract's up, so that's bringing up questions about what she's going to do or
right. Which she said she's done, but I mean that doesn't necessarily mean anything.
Actor,
I'm sure Fox doesn't want to let her just go. I mean, and Chris Evans, Robert Downey Jr., they've also talked about, their contracts have been up or close to being up, not doing more. So,
right. Well, I mean, it's something to kind of throw into the bag of what if she what if she left? Who would take her place? And I mean, with Apocalypse coming out next year, year after that, who knows where it's going to go from there.
Right.
If it
Well, I know Fox wants
to
to
keep going.
They want to make like spin-off movies, like Wolverine, but with different characters. There's talk of a Mystique movie, and
right.
I mean, of course, they'd love to have Jennifer Lawrence be in that one as the headliner.
I think if they were to take it and do some individuals, they should bring in a new actor to start something else, and then maybe start a whole other X-Men franchise.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, endless possibilities.
Yeah,
They're not,
sure.
they'll find some other option, but that was just interesting.
Mm-hmm.
What else? Oh, Vivica A. Fox is, Miss Vernita Green from Kill Bill. She's going to be back for Independence Day 2. So some other. Yeah, Jeff Goldblum's back, so there'll be some familiar faces from the first one. Will Smith's definitely not back. The key character is going to be like what would have been Will Smith's stepson. And so Vivica A. Fox's son.
Oh, right.
So he's grown up and he's been cast as a different actor and whatnot.
Right.
And that there's possibly going to be more movies after this one, not just the second one, but like
Independence Day.
Yeah, yeah. Like I don't even know, like why are they making a second?
Well, okay, so right, that's kind of a question because it was made a long time.
It's going to be
20 years.
20. Is it 20 years?
I just remember
20 years from the first one being released that the second one comes out.
Right.
I think. So 2016. Yeah, it came out in 96. Or something like that. Dang.
Yeah, so
wow,
that's what I mean. So, right. So, 20 years after this movie comes out, which, I mean, they were talking about it, and I was like, that would be cool as an idea. I don't know about actually making a movie of it.
Yeah.
As an idea of it meaning anything to anything. I mean, like, who cares? Like, he makes these kind of like, disaster movies.
Oh yeah.
And he's made tons of money off it. So why go back to something that was already good before, and even have it be a sequel?
Right.
It makes something close to it. That's a whole other that you're going to be showing to a new generation. You know what I mean?
Well, that's the thing that. Yeah, I think you just nailed it. That's exactly what they want to do.
So then why is then why Independence Day 2? So then you kind of have to realize what the backstory is a little bit if you want to call it Independence Day 2. So
well, I think just some of the characters will overlap, but it will be a different take on that same story that we know for a different generation, and it's a proven hit. So Fox is gonna. They just eat that stuff up, and it's gonna make money because it has that built-in audience, and that's a key thing that Hollywood usually goes for. So, what else? Anything?
Okay.
Oh, and then Joseph Gordon-Levitt has signed on to star in and produce a Fraggle Rock movie.
Right. He's
That's gonna be cool.
Right. So
that'll be. I mean,
So your man crush is Tom Hardy.
Right.
My man crush is
JGL.
Yeah.
I should have introduced him to you at Sundance.
Right?
My bad.
No, he's everything he does is perfect.
Yeah.
Like it doesn't matter. Like he picks the right project. He doesn't just do it for money or do it for this or that. Like he picks the best projects.
Right.
For himself.
Yeah. Interesting projects.
He's fun,
sure.
man. He's fun to watch.
He's definitely a fan of stuff like that, and he's very excited to team up with the Henson Company.
Right. And then he's got another movie coming out soon.
Oh yeah.
I can't remember what it's called, but it's
The Walk.
The Walk, based on that documentary, which was amazing.
Yeah. The Walk, which was based on Man on Wire, which is a documentary that you should go out and rent right now because it's awesome.
It's a perfect documentary.
Really, really cool about the guy who walked across the Twin Towers on the tightrope. Really, really good. Yeah, Joseph Gordon-Levitt's got a ton of stuff coming out. She's shooting the Edward Snowden movie right now with Oliver Stone, and there's also like a Christmas comedy I think out at the end of the year that Seth Rogen is in again with him, but it's in the same director as 50/50.
Oh yeah.
But so just a ton of stuff and a lot on his plate, so it'll be cool. Yeah, I mean Fraggle Rock, like you know, we didn't, you know, it came out like in '83 when when we were both born, but so
they had the reruns,
we caught up on the reruns and stuff like that. So
I just remember the
like awesome.
The guy going through the cave.
Yeah, yeah. Hey, it's a Fraggle. Yeah, and then the X-Files is coming back.
Right.
It was just announced that on Fox probably next year. They're gonna bring a limited like six episode series. Chris Carter, the creator, is back, and David Duchovny and Hottie McHotterton, Gillian Anderson have signed on and are back. And she's like super busy. I mean, she's got The Fall on Netflix, and she's in Hannibal right now as a recurring character, and then she'll be doing X-Files. Like she's.
I think that'd be interesting to see what. Where they take that, you know, with them, if they're just going to like continue on with the same kind of storyline, or if they're going to be, you know, what kind of tone it's going to take with the same people, you know, directing and acting.
Right.
Yeah, because it was. I
don't know. I got to catch up on some X-Files stuff.
Right.
Though.
I think we need to rewatch like a few seasons of that and just.
I mean, it first aired in '93, so
then they had they did two movies too.
Then a couple movies, right. I don't think I even saw the second one.
The second one was like some kind. All I remember was there was some kind of bee. They were in like this.
Wasn't it the first one?
Was it the first one?
I think the bees were like genetically made.
Right. I thought that was the second one.
I think those.
Maybe I didn't even see the second one then.
So, well, help us out, guys. You know, leave a comment or something if you like. Yep, it was the first one or the second one. You know, help us out. We make mistakes all the time, so. Yeah. Okay, is that it for movie news this week? That was a lot of stuff.
It was good. Lots of stuff there.
All kinds of stuff.
Coming back from back in the day.
All right, so in theaters this week, we've got two huge movies potentially for the box office. One very adult and one very kid friendly. So
the adult one is called Get Hard with Kevin Hart and Will Ferrell.
Will Ferrell?
Ferrell.
Is that Ferrell? It's not Ferrell.
No, it's not Ferrell.
Will Ferrell. It's going to be a box office juggernaut, I think. Well, I mean, Kevin Hart is hot right now, and Will Ferrell, like those two together, that's box office gold.
And they released a bunch of stuff online, you know, like certain clips like that, and it sounds like it's like a hard R. Like, lots of crazy.
I haven't seen anything. I mean, other than like a couple of the like TV spots and stuff that
so,
don't show
if you go online,
anything.
if you follow them online, like they'll show like clips of it, and it's gonna be a hard R.
It's gonna be a hard R.
But it looks like it's gonna be hilarious with them two together. I think it'll be fun.
I hope so. Yeah.
I mean, obviously, like so far the critics have been kind of like slamming it, but with this kind of movie, I don't think you need to follow the critics. You kind of gotta go with what other people think of the movie.
Oh, for sure. Yeah. I mean, you either want to see these guys do their stuff and improv and be hilarious together, and probably highly offensive.
Oh yeah. For sure.
Or you don't. You know. I mean, but so it's the directorial debut of a guy named Ethan Coen, who is known for writing the screenplay or co-writing the screenplay for Tropic Thunder with Ben Stiller and Justin Theroux, and Men in Black 3.
Just recently. That's the last thing he wrote.
Yeah, Men in Black 3.
His writer director, right?
Yeah, he's co-writer. There were like 4 or 5 writers on this, and I mean, of course, and then Will Ferrell and Kevin Hart just take it and riff and improv, and then for the kiddos, we've got a DreamWorks animation movie called Home.
Was this supposed to be released like a couple years ago? I feel like I saw a trailer for this, or saw some kind of.
We probably saw like a teaser or something,
a long
like
time ago.
Maybe even a year ago.
Right.
But they do that with animated movies, even Pixar movies.
Yeah,
they
I don't know.
like
I felt like
early
it would have been
teaser like a year in advance.
Right. But it doesn't look interesting.
Yeah, it looks funny. Like Jim Parsons from The Big Bang Theory voices an alien named O, and he meets a little girl played by Rihanna, and they team up and have to get O back to a ship or something like that, and Steve Martin is a voice as well as like the king alien or whatever. I don't know, but it looks cute, and Tim Johnson's been around DreamWorks for a long time. He's the director on this one. He did Ants, and he did Sinbad: Legend of the Seven Seas, and then most recently he did Over the Hedge. That was a funny ensemble cartoon one. That was a little while ago.
That was a long time ago.
Yeah. So those are the two main ones out in theaters this week, and then we mentioned it a couple weeks ago because we thought it would be out in Salt Lake by then.
They said the release
date. But it's finally coming out on Friday.
First,
yeah, it was Friday the 13th. It came out in limited release It Follows is finally going to be in Salt Lake theaters, so if you want to see something scary,
go see it.
something pretty original, some people are even saying it's one of the top horror movies like since the year 2000.
It's a good concept. Like I think we talked about that. It's a good concept. I think it kind of drags toward the end, but it was good. I liked it.
Yeah, it was good. It was very scary in parts. It was a good idea. I think it's a little overrated already.
Well, yeah,
but
like we said, it drags
definitely
toward
check
the
it
end,
out.
and I think
if you want some a couple good scares, definitely check it out.
It's a good horror movie.
Yeah, and then and then
on Blu-ray.
Yeah, on Blu-ray this week. It's kind of a big week because I've actually seen all 3 of these movies.
I've seen one of them.
It's amazing.
So the one that I've seen, the one that we've both seen,
yeah, the one we've both seen, The Hobbit, Battle of the Five Armies, hits Blu-ray today.
So if you're into that, wait for it because the special edition will come out.
Well, yeah.
And then the Blu-ray special edition.
Don't buy it, but maybe rent it or something.
Yeah, if you haven't seen it, rent it. It's worth the rent.
It's definitely worth the rent. I liked it a lot. And it's just Peter Jackson's epic conclusion to the Hobbit movies, and then you can jump right back into Lord of the Rings and watch those movies again. Also out, but all 3 of these movies are like great family movies you could watch all together. Into the Woods is out. Disney's musical mashup of the Grimm's fairy tales. It was fun. I mean, you had Chris Pine as Prince Charming is hilarious. Yeah. He's so funny.
He just reminds me of
when he's singing. Yeah, exactly.
With his hair.
Yeah.
Whenever I saw him in the previews, always reminded me of Barf from Spaceballs.
Well, he tried to get his hair pushed up as high as possible, and he's just his character is just so funny and just a goofball idiot. And then when he sings, the songs are really funny.
That's cool.
But I mean, he's got Prince Charming and Cinderella and Little Red Riding Hood and Johnny Depp is the wolf and Meryl Streep is a witch and this huge cast, lot of fun. A little bit dark, but I think the adults will catch it more than the kids.
Right.
And then last but not least, Unbroken, which ended up on my top 10 list of movies last year that I loved. But yeah, Angelina Jolie directed and produced this, and it's an amazing story. Definitely check it out. Jack O'Connell plays Louis Zamperini. He is amazing. Definitely going to be a huge star after this movie. I mean, it's just an incredible, uplifting story. So yeah, I mean, rent all 3. Yeah, definitely rent all 3. Buy what you want. There's no bad picks this week.
No, it's good. It's good all around.
It's good all around. Yeah.
All the round.
Tattoo. Tattoo. All right, and with that does it for another epic Film Cave adventure.
So don't forget to like us on Facebook and like this video right now. Click the like button, like the video, like us on Facebook.
Please
we post stuff.
Tell all your friends.
Like the Leviathan, we posted that. We talked about that, and now look at it. It blew up after we talked about it. That's what you talked about.
That's crazy. Well, yeah.
It's
Film Cave first.
That's right. So don't forget to do that and check us out and follow us and like us and love us forever.
That's right.
Film Cave forever.
Film Cave forever.
And the Goonies never die.
Goonies never say die.
Never say die.
Never say die.